All right, Shalom Aleichem. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, Edom's Visitation. And that's the time that we're in, where the Lord is visiting the so-called white man by the will of the plethora of plagues, pestilences, from even these natural disasters. But all these things are an effort to overthrow the wicked, So, matter of fact, let's start off with that in the book of Jeremiah 49. And this is concerning Edom. Let's get it. I started verse 7, Jeremiah 49:7 says, concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts. See? And that is the spirit Yahweh Shema Shai is coming in towards Edom. He's the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. So that lets you know this is war talk. This is a threat that's coming, that the Lord is about to be carried out in this time. It says, is wisdom no more in teeming? Is counsel perish from the prudent? And that's a war tactic. The Lord have cut off the supply of wisdom. He's not watering this man. And that's why it talks about stand without enchantments. Where there has labor from thy youth. Well, the Lord is not, he's not allowing this man to have his free course as he once did, because he's coming into their roadblock. And this is one of the key of things to rulership and power, wisdom. And the Lord is taking this away from this man. So this is part of that visitation. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, or inhabitants of the Dan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And guess what? This is the time the Lord is set to visit Edom, which is the so-called white man. Beginning with America. And wherever it branched itself out, ultimately to overthrow his beast system. So this is what we get in the process, man. Let's get that in the book of St. Matthew 24. Because there were signs to show us these different symptoms to look for, so that we at the end. This is St. Matthew 24 verse 3 that reads, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? See? Concerning the end of this age. And we know that world was concerning the world of the Romans, which was Edomites. Which we still in that, that those Romans are here today. This revised Roman Empire, the Edomites. So when would this age end? When would that overthrow come? It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And that's, these different false outlets, different ways of relief. And you actually got people to say that they're anointed, that they are the Lord. You got even the pseudo-Israelite counts to something as a basketball career. That's all part of the deception. That false sense of relief and security, That's why the Lord talk about those waters, but you're going to thirst again. But the water he shall give, you're never going to thirst, And we seeing it at its height, these different forms of waters. It says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Ain't that's the talk? That's the only thing you hear is wars. That's the spirit that's on the earth. And who had to be on the scene for that to happen? Esau. When you read Revelation, the 6th chapter concerning that red horse, and it was he was given power to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. Because ultimately, that's his fate. Well, I said the end, not yet. That's the icing on the cake, so to speak. That's why this man's fate is World War III. This is all part of the visitation of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is how the Lord's going to visit this man. It's just a build up to this epic downfall, you know? It says, for nation shall rise against nation. See, you got race wars. It says, and kingdom against kingdom. See? So it all the way up to world war. That's just the spirit of war. Because you're going to have food wars because of this famine, neighborhood wars, and like I said, race wars and different pockets of Babylon, to the climax of world war. It says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And as you can see, one of the things that stuck out said, and. So this is simultaneous. And all these things are happening at a high rate. But it also talks about how the signs in the heavens, when you read St. Luke 21, all these things are happening at the same time at a high rate. It says all these are the beginning of sorrow. See? So it shows you it's only going to get worse. And this is where we at. See, everything that's happening, all these events that's taking place upon the planet Earth, is an effort to cut off the wicked, man. Matter of fact, let's get it. 2 15. 2 15 verse 5 says, behold, said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world. See? And what world is that? The world of Edom. This is how the Lord is going to visit the world of Edom, by the way of the plagues, thunders and lightnings and the tempests and the famines, the sorrows. It says the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See? So it has ran its course. And we in that cutting off process. That's why these plagues are here. It talks about how death and sorrows and the teeth of beasts was made for the wicked, and that's why the flood came. But we seeing the time of Noah 2.0. That's why the Lord talks about it as in the days of Noah, where wickedness at its height. You know, to where it was on the evil imagines continually. So the results, the medicine for that time period was the flood. When this time the Lord, this medicine, this cleansing agent is going to be by the way of fire. You know? When you read Revelation, the 18th chapter. How it's going to be the famine and death and destruction, and shall ultimately burn her with fire. This is that visitation, man. Upon who? Edom, the so-called white man. This is that time where this man was going to be visited. You know? So let's get this in the book of Proverbs chapter 10. And verse 27, it reads, it says, the fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. See? And it's all hand in hand, because this is where that tearing down and throwing down, you know, in the building and planning. This is that process that we're going through now. You know, where the house of David is being built up and erected. That third temple, you know, that spiritual temple is being built up. And this was going to contribute to that prolonging day, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's what's going to cause the years of the wicked to be cut short, man. It talks about how the Lord is going to revive his work in the midst of the years. These prophecies have awoken And this is what's going to cause Esau's downfall. That's why I also talks about one of the monumental prophecies as Ezekiel 37, this great awakening. And this caused these elites to tremble, who was raised from the dead, because now this is their transition. They're being cut down and thrown down and uprooted while the house of David is being planted. And this is going to lead to the kingdom of heaven. It said, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. And what's contributed to it is truth, man. Because this man, stronghold, of course, is the sword, but deception. This is how he kept his head above water. So truth taking over the planet Earth is what's contributing to his expectation perishing. You got the charagma that's coming, the mandating of it. But guess what is going to perish? It says, the way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. See? So this is man's fate. And we seeing the process of the destructuring of Edom. We seeing the Lord vision this man now. Like I said, by the way of his wisdom, tells you that he wake up the wise men to turn backwards and make their knowledge foolish. We seeing that destructuring now. From the infrastructure, on the physical sense, the infrastructure, to the spirit, his influence, the minds of the people have been destructured. This place is ultimately ready for the taking. What's next but the World War III, the destruction, But we seeing that process now. We witnessing the visitation of Edom, which ultimately his fate is ultimate destruction. His downfalls are going to be cemented by the way of World War III, man. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and the teaching word in our true faith and sincerity. DGA, Abba. Soon, very soon.